Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and everyone, especially those at the other side of the world. There is no time and space between us, there is only this present moment, and we are one. We continue with diary entry number 948. On February 30, 1937, today, during the Passion Service, I saw Jesus being tortured and crowned with thorns and holding a reed in his hand. Jesus was silent as the soldiers were bustling about, vying each torturing him. Jesus said nothing, but just looked at me, and in that gaze, I felt his pain, so terrible that we have not the faintest idea of how much he suffered before he was crucified. My soul was filled with pain and longing. In my soul, I felt great hatred for sin, and even the smallest infidelity on my part seemed to me like a huge mountain for which I must expiate my mortification and penance. When I see Jesus tormented, my heart is torn to pieces, and I think, what will become of sinners if they do not take advantage of the passion of Jesus? In his passion, I see a whole sea of mercy. February, Pebrero, ikalabintatlo, 1937. Ngayon habang ginaganap ang misa ng pagpapakasakit, nakita ko si Jesus na pinahihirapan at kinokoronahan ng tinig at may hawak-hawak na sanga sa kanyang kamay. Tahimik lamang si Jesus habang nagkakagulo ang mga sundalo, nag-uunahan sa pagpapahirap sa kanya. Walang sinabi si Jesus, tumingin lamang sa akin at sa mga titig na iyon. Nadama ko ang kanyang sakit. Napakatindi na wala tayong hinakap kung gaano siya nagdusa para sa atin bago siya ipako sa krus. Puno ng sakit at pangulila ang sa aking kaluluwa. Nakadama ko ng galit para sa kasalanan at maging ang pinakamaliit na kataksilan sa aking bahagi na marapat lamang akong magdusa at magpenitensya. Nang makita ko si Jesus na lugmok sa pagdurusa, nadurog ang aking puso at napaisip ako, ano na lang ang mangyayari sa mga makasalanan kung hindi nila masasamantalahin ang pagpapakasakit ni Jesus. Sa kanyang pagpapakasakit, nakita ko ang buong dagat ng awa. Again, Faustina was experiencing or witnessing the Passion of Jesus. She was taken to that event which happened or took place thousands of years ago. But in essence, that event is happening, taking place at this very moment. So we can actually, just like Faustina can access the past and can access the future. Because there is only this eternal moment. Pero napakahirap pa rin unawain ito sa atin. Maraming beses kong ito pinapaliwanag sa ating mga formators, pero parang hindi nila napipick up yung ibig sabihin ng eternal now. Ang ibig sabihin lamang ay sa ating Diyos wala namang konsepto ng oras. Everything is taking place all at the same time. Kasi Diyos nga siya, di ba? Kaya parang ano lang yan. Parang computer lang. Ilagay natin sa ganun. Sa computer, pwede mong access kahit ano. Kahit yung mga files mo na ginawa mo several years ago. Nandun yun, nakastore lang yun. So, readily na kikita natin. Di natin kailangan maging linear o sunod-sunod na steps ang gawin para makakuha yun. Simultaneous, kahit saan pwede. Parang sa plaka, yung plaka ng kanta, no? Pag nilagay mo yung pin doon sa gitna, yun yung kanta. Pag nilagay mo doon sa dulo, yun yung kanta. Hindi katulad ng tape, cartridge, kailangan mong i-forward or i-rewind. No, ganun siya. Yun yung linear. Kailangan mo muna siyang paandarin. Pero yung sa ngayon, halimbawa, compare mo sa computer, no, ano ka ng, papalibawa, nagpapalabas ka ng movie sa computer. Pwede kang pumunta doon sa dulo, sa gitna, wherever you want. I-click mo lang yung yung location. Andun ka na. You do not have to fast it forward or or rewind it. So instantly andun ka. So ganun din yung mga pangyayari. Pwede natin yan i-access all at the same time. So if we would only put ourselves in that time, pwede naman nating makita yan eh. No, pero tayo, imagination. But with Faustina, she was able to go there. Nakakapunta siya doon, sa past, sa future. So it was during the Passion service, she was able to witness the suffering or the passion of the Lord Jesus. Kita niya kung paano ito pinagbubugbog, paano kinoronahan ng tinik. Tayo kasi nakita lang natin sa movie, nabasa lang sa Biblia, mga ganon, narinig sa mga kwento, no? We do not have any personal uh, witnessing of that event. But Faustina was able to witness it kahit nangyari ito several years ago. Kaya nailulugar niya yung mga bagay na to. Pag sinabi niya na ganito nag-irap si Jesus, alam niya because she was able to witness it. Para sa atin, nabasa natin ang sinasabi ni Faustina, but we can never feel the exact feeling yung nakita mo. Maaring nakita mo sa Passion of the Christ, no? Yung movie about the Passion of Christ. Maaring nakita mo doon. But that was just a concept of man, kung paano nangyari yon. So, maring napakadugo, napakarahas. Pero, still that event was but a small part of what really took place. Hindi yan mailalarawan ng kahit sino. Kahit si Faustina, hindi nga niya mailarawan. You have to see it, you have to witness it personally to feel it. Tayo naiiyak din tayo pag nakikita natin, nababasa. Some of us, no, would really cry. Pero, ano ba yan? Hindi rin naman natin nakita. We can only imagine. But let's say, we are there. Imagine being there. It was so overwhelming. The pain that Jesus felt was so overwhelming. Kaya napasabi ni Faustina, ano na lang mangyayari sa mga tao, sa mga makasalanan, kung hindi, uh, what will become of sinners if they do not take advantage of the passion of Jesus? Ano na lang mangyayari sa mga makasalanan? Again, this happened several years ago, couple of thousand of years ago. So those were saved, those people who were there were saved, but they have to accept it. Otherwise, they will not be saved. So tayo, nagpapatuloy ng kasalanan at nagpapatuloy din ng paghihirap ng ating Panginoong Hesus. Akala natin, nasa gloria siya sa mga oras na to. We think that Jesus is already in heaven. Medyo na siya, relax na, no? He is still carrying this painful thorn piercing on his head, and he is still being crucified in the cross. As long as men continue to commit sins, hindi matatapos ang paghihirap ng Panginoong Yesus. Hindi yan matatapos. At hindi rin tayo magkakaroon ng kaligtasan kung hindi natin iti-take advantage yung kanyang pinaghihirapan. That's why we need to take part in the sufferings of Jesus. Makakagaan ito sa ating kasalanan, makakagaan ito sa ating mga kaparusahan. Kung ang mga paghihirap na dadanasin natin at dinaranas sa ating buhay ay ma-appreciate natin at magiging bahagi at iisipin natin na ito ay isang maliit na bahagi lamang ng pagpapakahirap ng ating Panginoon Hesus. The Lord Jesus is suffering at this very moment. Kung tayo ay nahihirapan, if many of you are experiencing pain, diseases, yung meron tayong anxieties brought by our diseases, kung napakatindi siguro na ating sakit, all this, wala yan sa sakripisyo ng ating Panginoon. Pero kapag tatanggapin mo yan, katulad ng pagtanggap ni Jesus, no? Tahimik ang tinanggap ang kanyang mga sufferings. Kung tatanggapin natin ang lahat ng mga pagpapakasakit natin sa buhay, yung mga nararanasan natin sa mga oras na ito, di ba? At marami yan sapagkat tayo, kaya marami sa atin ay gumigising ng alas 3. Hindi lamang sa automatically because we are waking up at 3 a.m. dahil body clock na natin. No. Many of us are here because they are into several pains, sorrows, and sufferings. They are experiencing many struggles in life. So again, let us be reminded that the struggles that we are having right now is but a small portion of the suffering of Jesus. Ipagkaisa natin ito. Let us unite all our sufferings with these sufferings. Accept also, tanggapin natin ating paghihirap. And only through that we would be able to free ourselves and to experience the mercy of God. Kailangan mo tanggapin.